Okay, part 2. I just did part 1 of our Soulmate Sunday reading. I'll post this part 2 on Monday. I also do a secondary Monday reading, and that's just pretty general, like whatever comes up. Might be money, might be love, but I like to keep love for the weekends. Okay, so let's see. These are our angel oracle cards. I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit more clarity. So obviously, in part 1, I was seeing that there is a lot of resistance, like either coming from you or your person, but somebody desperately wants to come in and talk, but their throat chakra is closed up. They are feeling trapped and like a lot of internal turmoil. There's some anxiety and some depression. Like they're admiring you from afar, but they're oppressing their true emotions. There's a lot of resistance coming up here. And they're still reminiscing on you. Like the feelings are there, the thoughts are there, but they're dealing with karmic consequences, maybe of their actions, of how they treated you, or from previous relationships that they're going through. But there's a lot of competition, ego, and conflict right now within themselves, maybe from some third-party energies. But there is definitely some conflict. But on the bright side of it, we had 2 star cards show up. 2 star cards. And that's all about success and wish fulfillments and stepping back into your power and healing. It's a lot of really good healing energy. So let's hope that that's what continues to come up for our future placement. Okay, so in our past placement, there was unrequited love. So it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Which I feel like unrequited love can be defined as a lot of different things. So, obviously, exactly what it said, if you want to do layman's terms, that they just weren't as attracted to you or vice versa, so somebody cut it off. But more so, if I'm going to tie it into what I've been feeling with this energy here, is that, because it's being clarified over the King of Swords in reverse, which was a bit of like a misuse of power and manipulation. So I'm feeling like somebody lied about their emotions because they're still reminiscing on you. There's still memories there, and they're like weighing out their integrity. Like they're obviously somebody is dealing with some karmic stuff, and the consequences of not being truly integral with their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts. And that's like more so the energy that I'm getting when I pull up this card that says unrequited love. Like I feel like there was definitely still love and feelings there, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't being reciprocated. It wasn't allowed to flourish for whatever external or internal factors played a part in that. I'm definitely getting a lot of external factors because you see these people here, like these are all like opinions. The peanut gallery. They, both people are hand in hand. That means that like I feel like there's still a connection here, and he's kissing her hand and she's looking in his direction. I really feel like the lovers had requited love, but for whatever reason, from these external and internal factors, there just wasn't I don't even want to say that there wasn't a strong enough bond, but there were just, outside forces that conflicted with this union coming together. There were like people whispering in her ear and multiple people whispering in his ear, and just, and that could be their own internal voices too, like getting to them. But that's what kept this relationship from going. And sword energy here, and we had multiple sword cards come up. We had the Ace of Swords in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, And yeah, so there's just, a lot of conflict and misuse of power and judgment. Like, swords are about, when they're in their upright position, it's about mental clarity. And this is in our mental placement over the past. So mentally, they have just not been, both of you have not had this full clarity on the situation. And you guys, one person might feel like it's not requited because the other person said, I don't love you, I can't continue this, or I don't feel the same, da 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 da. But that could have been that manipulation here that I'm seeing with this King of Swords in reverse and the Justice. There was some kind of manipulation here having to do with unrequited love. But you're both parties are here. You're both thinking about this. You're both reminiscing on it. Yeah, bottom of the deck, it's make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. But one or both parties just wasn't willing to make the effort here. Okay, and then our present placement, which is also our physical, the physicality of everything. Children, your love life is being affected by children. That may be in the literal sense. Maybe somebody had a kid and that was like too much for you to deal with, or vice versa again. There was talks about kids and that could have scared somebody away, that kind of committal energy. Or literally like dealing with your child self, like healing these child wounds. We have to really look deep into our inner child and see what needs healing and love and compassion. Look at this, like how this child is hugging this little puppy in there, and these other two puppies, older puppies, are like, hey, what about me, what about me, like so it's kind of like we need to put this tender love and care on this inner child wounds, and that's what's going to in turn also give this attention and love and understanding towards your more adolescent and adult selves. That's the energy that I'm getting there. That's the conflict in the ego, obviously, which is why we can't really come clean with our confessions yet, because we're just still healing through these childhood wounds and masking with a false sense of success and just focusing on work rather than doing the real work, which is your internal healing in your heart and your soul. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. What else? For our future placement. Trust. It's always about trusting your internal intuition, your guidance from your higher self, from your spirit guides, the angels. We've got Cupid in the background. He's already struck these lovers with the bow and arrow. And the masculine is holding up a wand. So the masculine is like finally directing and being guided towards his purpose and his passion. That's what the wand energy is all about. So the situation is calling for you to have faith. You can't make it up. We're going to focus in there. You see this little Cupid, and he's got his wand. And this the red ribbon, this was just a married couple back in the, I'm not sure, 17th to 19th century. But yeah, very, very regal. They come from obviously upper class and potentially royal family. And the masculine depicted here is military or has some kind of, I don't know what blue is, what this blue represents, but some kind of authoritative figure. So you're meant to trust. You are meant to trust that this is that this has purpose, that there's faith here. That's what the Star card is all about. Also, feeling hopeful and finding that calm energy, knowing that you have to stay positive and have faith that this is a good omen, that this is a wish fulfillment, and that we're healing ourselves through these emotional waters, and you're healing past this conflict and feeling trapped or stuck. Somebody's finally releasing that once they step into this star energy. But you can't deny it. Like, Cupid is obviously here within this relationship. So to have the star card come up twice and the trust, I knew that this was, meant to be union, but there's just still resistance here and a lack of communication. Okay, and then just last clarity for this resistance and lack of communication. I cannot. I'm just, sometimes my psychic abilities like surprise the heck out of me. Heart-to-heart conversations. What was I just saying? That we need to have these heart-to-heart conversations, and this communication needs to come in. We need to let go of the resistance. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Like, makes me want to pull my hair out when you guys don't listen to your spirit guides and your heart and your intuition. 11:22 on the clock. The woman, again, when I say masculine, feminine, it's always use your discernment. It could represent same-sex relationships. She, he, they, I don't care. I'm talking about lovers. I'm talking about energy. You could be the feminine in your masculine energy. You could be the masculine in your feminine energy. And right here, this masculine is looking away because he does not want to be real with his emotions and communicate with this lover. But the feminine energy is coming in like, please talk to me. Like, I'm here. I'm being supportive. I'm understanding and loving. And she's holding both of her hands onto his hands. Like, just, I'm here. 12:12 on the clock. And again, we've got two cupids in the background. So both parties have been struck. And this one's whispering in her ear. And this one's like playfully, turned away, but had already shot the bow and arrow. Bow is still in that little angel's hands. This masculine has to release this trapped energy. I don't know why they're still being so conflicted with this resistance. You're meant to have these heart-to-heart conversations with your lover. So that's that. Hello, Bogart. Oh, he's just throwing things around. What did you throw down there? Excuse you, sir. Let's see what he threw, actually. He dropped a card from a different deck. I want to see what it is. Well, the cat has spoken. We must first feel complete individually before we are able to feel complete together. So you guys, we're working on this star energy. You need to heal this so you can come in and feel complete together. But that's why they're not feeling energetically able to speak right now about their feelings, because they don't feel whole. They're still working on themselves, or you're still working on yourself. And that's why you can't make the effort to have this conversation with them. Okay, sir, I need you to move, please. You want to come on my lap? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Oh, Big Betty. All right, don't mess up the mic. You can look at the collective. Say hello. Give your love to them. Let's do another tarot deck. Oh, these cats are so funny. They rule my life. They really do. Split the deck. 3 of Wands and the Devil. There's heavy passion here. Somebody is thinking about you in different kind of ways. That's all I'm saying. Wands is all about passion, and so is the Devil card. So the message from the 3 of Wands: the passion I have for you has opened my perspective to endless possibilities, and I must prepare to face the challenges. Yes, you do. Wow. And the devil, it's hard for me to face my pain, so I indulge in the short-term pleasures or substances. I know it's not good for me, but I can't stop. I knew it. Somebody was looking at you and doing something. That's all I'm saying. 15:15 on the clock, a doorway. I knew it. That, feeling a lot of hot, heated passion and thoughts towards you. All I'm saying, okay, let's keep shuffling. That could be a lot of why they're feeling trapped and conflicted here. Like maybe they feel like captive by this passionate energy. But you just have to redirect that. It could be in a positive light. You just can't let the ego take over and push it towards a more negative, like substance abuse, or, sexual addictions. You can't go there with it. Keep love pure. Whoop. Okay, this one. 6 of Swords, but in reverse. All right, and this is over our past placement. I'm finally leaving behind my old ways of thinking and the opinion of others. It's not easy to do, but I know it's for the best. Remember, this is in the reversal. So they're still not quite there yet, but they know, at least they know with the swords energy, they have clarity that this is what is for the best if they stop thinking about and caring about what other people's opinions are. And they have to leave behind their old ways of thinking and acting in that devil energy of overindulging and, not doing what's best for this relationship and for themselves. They've got to deal with these and heal these karmic stuff to get over the consequences. And let's see. Woo! Yeah. They're just so scared of this loss of emotional control, but you've already lost the emotional control, people. Like, just go with the flow and continue the healing journey, because you know that you've already, given into it. So let's start the healing process. Okay. And for our present, the Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, in reverse too, which is like basically similar energy to our Nine of Pentacles in reverse as well. So I'm starting to find balance between my financial and emotional life. I am more open to cuddle you, to hold you, and to kiss you. They know what they want. They just haven't found the balance yet. Since it's in reverse, they know that they want to step into this Queen of Pentacles energy, into this Nine of Pentacles energy. But like getting the reward of finally getting to be in your arms again, hold you, kiss you, cuddle you. But they just haven't quite found this harmony, this balance to enjoy the fruits of their labor, so to speak. They have to have self-compassion and optimism towards this actually coming into fruition. Because right now they still have this confession that they're not able to give you because of these tensions. And our future placements over the Trust, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm reading more about soft skills and emotions because I never had a connection like this, and I want to be your stable partner. They just still don't know how to settle into these softer emotions. They don't know how to accept a connection like this. They've never experienced anything this stable. So it's almost like they, or you, crave the emotional chaos and they self-sabotage because that's what they're used to, or that's what they think that their level of worth is. So if something is feeling so good and amazing. Somebody's treating them so good, and they're like, this can't be right. This can't, this is, I don't deserve this, or I'm not worth this, or no, this must be wrong. And then they just throw a bomb on it. And that's why they're still feeling so conflicted and trapped, because it's like they want to experience these really good emotions, but being captive, tied down, feels heavy for them. But you're meant to trust. You're meant to trust this. Look at this. With both star cards and the trusting energy. We're meant to trust, you guys. Okay, and for our heart-to-heart conversations. Death card. 13, 14. They're finding the stability. They're finally grounding into this. But I cheated. I looked at it as I was peeling it up, and I was looking at it in a slight reversal, but then I flipped it like this. So it's giving me the energy of they know what they have to do. They're just still not there yet of making the final decision, stepping 100% into the knowing of this is what they have to do. So the death card is actually a really good card. It means that there's this completion of this cycle. They're, again, finally deciding with passion, with purpose, like this is the direction I'm going in, this is what I'm going to do. But it's not quite there yet, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling it with all this sword energy. It's there, it's mentally, and this is a very pragmatic, practical person. Like they think very logically, and they're finally recognizing mentally, this is what I've been feeling emotionally. This is the direction of what I need to do. This is how I need to heal. But it's just a matter of taking the action towards it. So it says, I'm finally ready to put the past behind me and to let go of all the people and situations that are toxic. I'm creating space for us. So they're just still in that process right now of letting go of all of the people and the situations that are no good for you guys, all those third-party energies. And they're creating this space for you guys to have this heart-to-heart conversation, to let go of this resistance, because they know that they're still suppressing emotions, but they're your secret admirer. They want to come in and have this communication with you. They're very curious about what you're doing as of recently. They're just letting go of this last bit of confusion. Oh, it's so it's upsetting to me when I pick up on how heavy the energy is sometimes. I'm like, just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Whoop. Okay. Last pull. Is this last pull? One, two, yeah, one more. This one. For the past. Love in reverse. They know they love you. They don't have unconditional love for themselves, though. They don't feel whole yet. Because it says unconditional love, self-love, wholeness, affection, and attraction, selflessness. They're not fully selfless yet. They need to just realize that they need to do this for them. They need to do this for you. But we have love energy coming up. I knew it. It's there. Okay. And then our present. Yeah. Oh, the love cookie is broken. They're dealing with these karmic relationships. I'm really feeling like these third-party karmics are holding them back. It's like breaking the love that they could have. There's resentments and triggers that are in place. This whole healing process really triggered them from past pain. They have to see this new perspective. There's a lot of intensity here, and they need to release something. You need to let go too. there's some turmoil, and it's fleeting energy. That's why they're fleeing. And there's this dried rose here, a little, I don't like to say dead rose, but it's a dried out rose. Okay. Well, this is good. This is really good that this is our past placement, you know? So they've been, and you both have been, finally letting go of these resentments and understanding the triggers and seeing things for what they are, that you have to release these karmic relationships that were not really love, or, you know, it's really tough sometimes when it comes from your family members or your past lovers who you really wanted it to work out with, but they don't always have the perfect handbook either on how to be the best parent or how to be the best sibling or how to be the best. And clarification for my washer and dryer. Sorry, I'm always doing laundry when I film. But it's tough when we try to get these perceptions and opinions from other people, and they're having a hard time loving themselves too. So they don't always have the best advice, and those might be the karmic relationships that we need to let go of, or stop taking their opinions so factually, and let go of that intensity, because we need to understand the triggers and release the resentments. Okay, separation. Separation on the bottom of the deck. I know it. You guys are in separation. There's sadness here. It's bitterness. They're missing you. They're thinking about you. And there's an uncertain future because this is still foggy here. There's still resistance. They're still feeling trapped. Clarifying over this confessions that wants to come in, but it's hard because they're healing internal child wounds. Passion in reverse, though. There is insane chemistry, sparks, and having fun, equal interests, burning desires. This passion is just not able to come through, though. Because of this conflict and ego. I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys would know better. Like, there's this burning candle here. Like, I feel like it's, the passion is still there, but for whatever reason, it's just not able to come through. Maybe that's what one of the confessions is about, coming clean. Messages unveiling, coming clean. Maybe somebody needs to come clean if you are dealing with a karmic relationship that you're still holding on to, which is blocking you from your true love, your true soulmate. Then maybe they need to come clean about it not being an equal interest, and possibly that's why we had that unrequited love come up. And again, use your discernment on who this is about, because multiple energies are coming through here. I could be talking about your current person, your past person. Yeah, but it's like there's a big confession, and it has to do with this passion. Look at this. Both of them have a candle. So whatever somebody needs to confess is about coming clean with this passion, either chemistry or this burning desire for you, or it has to do with this equal interest, maybe unequal in some cases if it's a karmic. But I really feel that a lot of you guys were dealing with somebody who was manipulating the situation, and they said that it was unrequited love, but it really was. And they do have this burning desire for you, but they just said that there wasn't enough chemistry or something. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, future placement. Healthy choices. Yep. Working on self-love, self-care, being happier, and letting love and life come in. We like this over the trust card with both star cards. And then for what's at hand right now, mirroring. You guys are soulmates. If who I'm talking to, and again, use your discernment, use your intuition. I would never say that a toxic ex-partner who is abusive to you or has unhealed emotional traumas and who was acting like super hardcore to the ego side of things. Of course, we are all unhealed and going through stuff. But if they were egotistical, super manipulative, very toxic, that's not your true soulmate. That is a karmic relationship that needs to go in the past. We learn lessons from those relationships. We don't stay with them because they need to learn too, and they won't learn, and you won't learn if you stay with them. But for what's at hand with this mirror card, that's showing me soulmate because you guys see into each other's souls through this mirror. It says mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. So we're really focusing now on healing these internal wounds, diving deep, looking at ourselves, seeing ourselves within this other partner, vice versa, and starting to mirror each other's actions. And if you guys fed into the ego previously before the separation, honor that, respect that, and say, hey, listen, like we both let the worst parts get to us and we don't want to move forward with that. We need to do some reflecting and see how we need to understand and manage these emotional waterways that are coming through to us so we can heal this. See her, she's in such a healing posture. Like she hasn't fully given up yet, but she's tired and she's like bringing her energy back in. That's the resistance. Somebody just is resisting of doing this introspection and healing these internal wounds. Doesn't make sense, guys. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 32, 32 on the clock. At the bottom. When my soul saw you, it went, oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. That kind of true soulmate connection. That's what I'm talking about. That's not your toxic ex, okay? We don't want to get back with the toxic ex. I'm never telling you that you need to get back with your toxic ex. The person who I'm saying that you're in separation with is the person who you guys needed to separate to do that introspective healing time, and then you can come back together and really make this union work. A message from them. Sometimes the two people who are truly best for each other will have to face greater obstacles in order to be with each other. 33:22 on the clock. Somebody was 33, somebody was 22, maybe? All right, guys, that's what I have for you. I love you. Again, my name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. I like to make more magic with you guys. I'm blessed to keep giving you these readings, and I hope that it gave you some clarity and introspection. So cheers to healing ourselves and finding true love. Love you guys. Bye.